It's because the door is messed up, but it's working. So we've been using our dump tarp as of late because we're tired of pulling the tarps out by hand, getting up there and, you know, using our feet and rakes to get some of the grass out. And so we've been You
never used this before.
Oh, you never used this one? Well, it's like after, I mean, because you can see it leaves grass along the sides. Yeah. That's why we stopped using it. But I mean, really, it's not like a huge deal when you think about it, I guess. All right, what's going on, everyone? Aaron here, Clean Cuts Lawn Care, and we got Robbie.
Yes, sir.
So I don't think we've made any mowing videos this year.
No.
So here's the rundown for the week. I worked Monday and Tuesday. Everything went good, normal, just like it should. Tuesday night, it started raining. Now they were calling for rain for Wednesday, a little bit on Thursday and a little bit on Friday, but the percentages weren't even that high. I thought we were going to be okay. Started raining Tuesday night. It did not stop until Friday morning. Robbie was saying that, what do you say about this spring? About how much the rain?
Oh, I've never seen it like this in the whatever 3 years I've done it.
Yep. And
it rains for like a week straight.
Yeah.
Nothing.
We've had weeks where already it's, you know, the 1 week we got rained out the whole week. Like we said, it did not stop for a whole week. So got rained out Wednesday and Thursday, which is not good. You know, 2 full days behind. How many did we get done yesterday?
You know, just 31. A little short day. Nothing too crazy. Ready to rock and roll today. Like it's nothing.
So we started yesterday at 8 a.m. and we got 31 houses done. That's the most we've ever done. I think before that it was 25 or 26. I can't remember which one. For some reason I want to say it was actually 26. Robbie thinks it was 25. It might have been. So thankfully, with working Monday and Tuesday, and then the 31 we got done yesterday, it only leaves us with 5 left to do. So we're gonna perfect time to make a video. We're gonna get this wrapped up, which is good. We have a lot going on. It's my granddaughter's birthday party today, but also, you don't mind?
Yeah, go for it.
Robbie's real father, Big Rob, is in the ICU unit right now. It's been like a year, he hadn't been feeling well. We've been telling him, you know, you have to get to the hospital. It was like continuously getting worse. Every time, you know, we're at an event or a family gathering, you know, we're telling him like, hey, it's not right. Like you got to go. So finally, Vicky made him go. She made an appointment for him yesterday, and sure enough, he had a blood clot in his leg. His what was his blood pressure?
I think it was like 200 something.
Yeah, I have it on my phone. 240 something. The doctor immediately sent him to the emergency room where they ran a bunch of tests and they admitted him into the ICU. So, I'm sure he's gonna be fine. But you know, he needed to go. You know, he was at stroke level, they said. So, you know, and Robbie moved out, what, 6 months ago. So, something happens, none of us know.
Right.
So, we'll get done early today because, you know, everyone's got a lot going on, a lot to do. And, yeah, it'll be good, you know, just to be done early. I'm beat, I'm exhausted, I know Robbie's beat. Now, it's not like we did 31 with a bunch of 52-inch zero turns and cutting corners. We did full service all day. We only took the 52-inch off one time. Everything else was done with 36 and a 30. So, unreal, really. I mean, I still can't believe it.
It'll never be broken.
No, we'll never break that.
Once the daylight was out.
Yeah. Honestly, we could have fit one more in, but as we were leaving the last 3, we thought it was starting to get dark, and we thought it was going to happen quick. We could have fit one more in. By the time we got back to the shop, we were like, damn, we actually could have did the one more, but it's fine. It ain't a problem. So, all right, we're gonna go get started. Oh shit, we forgot to move the grab the drill. I'll do it Monday. I gotta move. So see how I have this board here? Yeah, so I got to move that board to this side, put the 30 over here, the 36 here, because the 36 keeps getting caught on the gate here where it's all bent up. So we want to move it. I'm going to cut that off eventually, but for now we're just going to move the mower to the other side, because we don't like raising the height all the way up every house. You know, we want to leave it at a certain height and be able to go on and off. I'm also going to add something on the gate to raise the gate about 1/4 inch. Probably a couple like 2x4, like a small cut of a 2x4 on both sides, and raise the gate like 1/4 inch. It's a big hole right there. Yeah, look at that beautiful cut right there with the 30. Beautiful. Another big hole. I always try to do that with the holes because when the mower goes in, it won't cut it evenly. The shutoff is broke on the 30. It gives right there. All right, he's going to check this backyard out, make sure it's dry enough. The one up at in the cul-de-sac, it was soaked in the back, so we did cut it, but I had to go and blow the whole yard afterwards. Because it needed cut bad, so we just kind of had to suck it up, cut it, and then go blow all the lines, all the mud lines. It wasn't terrible, but it was, you know, it was pretty wet. Don't cut it? Okay.
I'd rather not risk it.
It's too what?
Like some spots are good, but like more like up there and like the middle-ish. It's just.
Well, I can hear it.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, just cut the front.
Okay.
I rather double, triple cut it next week than, I mean, because that last one was so wet too.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be the same thing. So cut the front. Yeah, that's it. That's all we can do. Not gonna tear it up. So, little tip. When you have a situation like that where you have a backyard or a section of lawn that is, you know, just too wet to mow, still go in that section, the backyard, whatever, do your edging, your trimming. When you're done, make sure you blow it off for a few reasons. One, that way when you come back next week, it's not, you know, at least the edging and trimming's not as bad. At least that area looks good for the week, even though the lawn itself doesn't. At least that does. And also, remember, you still got to get paid. You know, so that way if a customer ever says anything to you about it, you say, well, hey, we couldn't mow it because it's too wet, but, you know, we still got back there, we edged it, we trimmed it, we came back, you know, we blew off the debris that we created. You know, this isn't a, don't allow these customers to say, oh, well, you didn't mow it this week, so give me half off. You know, don't allow these customers to do that. We had a situation yesterday with a customer who, I'm not going to say she's a problem customer because it's only like once in a while, but what she did was she came out and she told us that the lawn had just been fertilized yesterday, and we were there to mow yesterday, which is her normal mowing day, by the way. So I said, okay, well, you know, what do you want us to do? I said, you want us to wait till next week? It's going to be overgrown again, you know, just like it was last week when we had to skip the week before. She said, yeah, just wait till next week. And then she goes, you're not going to charge me for today, right? And I go, of course I'm going to charge you. I said, it's not I'm charging you for today, I'm charging you for the month. You know, I said, just like the paperwork you got, the conversation you had after, because when she got the paperwork over the winter time, she called me. We had like a 20-minute discussion about it. Then during the first mow, she asked me again about it. Then when we collected for the first month, asked me about it. And I'm like, listen, nothing's gonna change. You know, it is what it is. And I explained to her, I said, that week we got rained out the whole week. I said, last week when we came and mowed, look what we went through to get it mowed. I said, you know, we probably dumped 10 trash cans of grass clippings. I said, every time we went up and down once, we had to dump the bag. You know, it was a complete disaster. And she goes, well, that's not my fault, that's Mother Nature. Okay, you're right. I'm not saying it's your fault, but it's also not my fault that they came and fertilized today. So I said, listen, I said, I'm not having this conversation with you again. The monthly bill is what it is. That's what it's going to be every month. Doesn't matter if a week gets skipped or whether we skip a week or we mow it 5 times that month. The bill is the same every month. I said, I will not have this conversation again. So she got all mad, and I ended up saying, look, well, I said, we don't have to bag the grass. I said, we'll just side discharge it. The fertilizer will stay here where it's at. Now, the grass should have been bagged, but, you know, and she goes, well, yeah, okay, that's fine. You know, something so simple. But now she is on the list to be dropped. I'll get more into that later. But there is a list, just like I had last year, and I did drop everyone on that list. There's a list this year, but it's for a different reason. We'll get more into that later. All right, so we have another backyard that's questionable.
Like once you get like closer to here.
It's always from the tree stump back that's a problem.
Like right here, it kind of starts.
Right here, yeah.
So it's like.
All right, so right here, do half right here. Okay. Cut it down in the middle. Just use the 30 back here. Just, you know, just in case it gets a little slimy up near the edges. Yeah. Just use the 30 right here.
Forget about that.
Yeah, forget about that. I mean, here, I'll show it on the camera.
Walk over there.
You can see big puddle there. I mean, you can hear it.
Yeah.
Even you know, here. And over here is the same thing. Yeah.
So.
You hear it. You can hear me. I'm walking. Same thing all through here. So he'll just grab the 30-inch and mow the good area. It's about right here. Yeah.
Right with the window.
Yeah, pretty much right with the window. And that's all we can do. We'll still edge it and trim it. All right. So this is
Discharge it.
yeah, side discharge it. So this is our last one. We'll probably be out of here by 10:30 or so. We haven't even been like rushing. I mean, no need to. Look at that grass right there. And it's been worse than that. Someone must have cut it once because it was way worse. It's always like that over there. This one too, actually, normally. You know how you get these where the tire marks are? You always got to trim around them. Do it, but you can try. So I don't know if I showed this yet or not. Something we added to our tools here. Huh. That's already gone. The cap for that. I have extras. So we added this dolly to our list of tools. That one was almost gone too. So what we're doing with this, because how heavy that bagger is, especially when it's full, instead of trying to get this out somewhere and drive the bagger to the truck, we can just disconnect it, put it on the dolly, and bring it to the truck to dump it. But what we've actually been doing is filling up garbage cans. You know, maybe you can dump it in a can twice. Now, if you're in a front yard, of course, you know, you just, whatever, but mainly for backyards. So what we've been doing, even with the 30 or the 36, filling up cans as much as we can, packing it in there, and then dollying the can out with this, bringing it to the truck, dumping it. And it's been saving us trips, saving us time. We're not lifting up or trying to drag a can that is however many pounds, you know, when it's completely full and packed of grass. And like I said, if you don't have a can, then you're making multiple trips to the truck. So got that at Menards, I think, for 80 bucks or 70 bucks, whatever. And what do you think about that dolly? You think it's, I think it's been like an incredible tool. I wish we would have did it years ago. Yeah,
not having to like drag the can or anything. It's just like,
especially once it's packed.
It makes bagging not so bad, because before it's like, oh shit, the can's full, I gotta go drag it or carry it all the way to the truck. Now it's just, okay, I'm gonna grab the dolly, wheel it around like it's a fun little game.
We've even taken extra cans and filled up 2 cans.
Yeah, and then you run one and then I bring the other.
Yeah. So yeah, grab you a dolly. Not one of them cheap collapsible ones. Get one that's metal, at least. You know, it don't have to be that same one, but get a metal one at least. So, all right, let's head to the shop. All right, guys, the day is over. Everything's done. Pretty cool knowing that we got rained out for 2 straight days. And we were able to wrap up with only using the morning of a Saturday. Not gonna have to go out Sunday. You know, it took hard work, but like I said, I'm happy it's over. So all right, if you liked the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, let me know everything I'm doing wrong, and keep the edges clean, boys. I'm out.